What is going on, Next Level Nation? This is your man Johnny F here, and today we're going to go through part 2 of the theanine challenge, my experience with megadosing L-theanine. Was it too much? Well, you're about to find out. Welcome to Next Level Warrior. It's so good to have you all here. Now, for anyone that's new to the channel, we cover topics from advancing on your personal growth and health, helping you build your warrior within so you can become your next level self. If that sounds good to you, then make sure to subscribe, hit the bell icon, select all notifications to catch my videos posted every week. So this, of course, is a very different video than what we normally do, especially since I don't condone megadosing on anything in particular to level up your health, at least not yet. But I've definitely had this question come up from you guys over my other theanine videos asking about megadosing it, if I had ever done it, and telling me about your experiences, so I decided to give it a try, and definitely overdid it with an amount far higher than I would have considered, but it was a theanine challenge, so I had accepted it. You can check out that video here and in the description box, but after watching this one. So let's take you back to what my experience was like in the moments and hours after the challenge. I had just finished swallowing this huge amount of theanine, well, at least most of it successfully, though it wasn't too much fun. But luckily, I didn't choke all that much. Now, to give you some context, this is the recommended dose, approximately 200 to 300 milligrams. And this is how much I took. I am definitely sweating now. I can feel this heat really rising in my body and kind of being consumed by a little bit of this nervousness that's coming up in me. And I know that what theanine is specifically something for calming and relaxing the body and the mind, but then I'm cueing in, okay, right, but 5,000 milligrams or 5,800 milligrams is way more than 200. So I know that I just kind of need to not psych myself out about it because it's only been about 10 minutes and it takes, from at least what I understand, 20 to 30 minutes. So I had read somewhere about it possibly causing stomach issues because it absorbs from the stomach directly into the bloodstream, then it goes up to the brain. And I am on an empty stomach, even though it's roughly 5, 6 o'clock right now because I do practice intermittent fasting. Anyways, I know what I need to do. I need to calm down a little bit. So I'm gonna sit. I'm just gonna sit and meditate for 5 minutes or so, and that should help out. My face red? Feels pretty red. So I still feel extremely warm. Definitely really hot. But my stomach doesn't feel too bad. I kind of heard a couple of noises while I was sitting and meditating there. But yeah, I just feel extremely warm. And my face looks really red. Now I did actually take that on an empty stomach, roughly 5:36-ish, give or take, as I don't typically eat till around this time. And I feel like I might want to wait a little bit longer to kind of see, what the effect is of this, but I definitely feel pretty ultra relaxed. And one thing that I want to share in particular about theanine, especially for anyone that maybe feels that they don't feel it, I've always experienced it to be something that was very subtle, super subtle, where you almost can't actually notice it. But the few times that I took it away and stopped actually putting it into my coffee, I immediately noticed the difference. I immediately noticed that within about 20-30 minutes after taking the first kind of gulps of coffee in the morning on an empty stomach, that I'd start feeling like just weird sort of stomach pain and general anxiety that would kind of surface up, kind of like my stomach was quivering or jittering, whatever you want to call it. And as soon as I add the theanine back to it, I don't have that issue. Then I'd always have that effect that people talk about, right? That nootropic stack effect when combining caffeine with theanine, where, at least for me, there's just such a deep level of focus that you have from it. It's far less easier to get distracted by things. And I never have a coffee crash. I literally haven't experienced it. Anyways, point being, I thought that increasing my doses when I wasn't actually feeling it, like 4 or 5 years ago to taking 400 milligrams a day, 500 milligrams a day, would actually have created an impact, like made a difference. And literally, yeah, I could feel it a little bit more. I could feel its positive effects, but then it would kind of streamline and blend in very soon, like within a couple of days. Like maybe if this is you guys, let me know about it in the comments. Definitely come to realize that as long as I keep that same similar dose, that suggested 2-to-1 ratio over caffeine, that dose seems to be perfect because it never doesn't work. It just always does its thing. I never get any stomach issues. I never feel any jitters. I never feel any coffee crash. I keep mentally focused. I'm not tired, and my energy just kind of goes through the roof. But for now, in terms of this experience, taking 5,800 milligrams of it, I just feel like hot and sweaty and itchy. I definitely feel itchy. I think I'm gonna go for a walk. Yeah, it's a good idea. Well, I can tell you now that just over an hour in, I am definitely feeling this sort of heightened sense of awareness. Nothing psychedelic or anything like that, but it's just super gentle, calming, all of that good stuff. It doesn't feel too much different than my normal state, but who knows, maybe I'm going to get punched in the face in the next hour. From what I did read though, it takes the regular person, the average person, around 3 hours to actually metabolize it, or maybe longer. I don't really know. This is an experiment. Needless to say, I still feel very, very hot. And it's not actually that warm out. It's only about 20, 25 degrees or so. Oh nice, there's a park. Amazing. So I can definitely tell you now, since I ate all of that theanine, that there is definitely more of a difference. You kind of describe it like whenever you come out of a sauna and you're feeling that sort of intense heat cooling off, and now you're just in this super state of relaxation. But the difference is that I don't feel it in my body. My body still feels normally the way my body feels. It's just, I don't know, it's like my brain got a sauna, got massaged really nicely. It's just a mellow sensation, a mellow feeling. But something that is important for you guys to know before you go ahead and try to take like 5+ grams of it, that you understand that like everybody's body is going to metabolize this differently. What some people may feel 50 milligrams of L-theanine, and others need to take 300-400 milligrams for there to be a notable effect. And maybe, you know, if you're having a super anxious experience or some sort of major stress in your life, I feel it would greatly, greatly help you then. It would help create that much more of a difference. As this is something that I've noted in my parents when I'm like, hey, take this magical white powder. Stop stressing out so much. And they told me that like that stuff works. Anyways, for all of you guys out there, like let me know what's your experience like with theanine. Have you actually megadosed it before? I'm gonna follow up in a little bit just to see like, you know, what the effects are at the 2nd hour, the 3rd hour, and how I'm experiencing it all. Feels pretty good. I don't know what else to say. I do ask you guys to exercise caution if you decide to go ahead and do something like this. I'm roughly at that like 2-hour mark, and again, I just feel super calm, super relaxed. I'm not experiencing any of the symptoms that people have in terms of negative side effects like upset stomach, headaches. For a moment, it felt like I felt some pressure in my head, which I never do. I never experience headaches. But yeah, it could be vastly different for you guys. So again, like I would exercise caution and maybe like start with the megadose of 1 gram and not 5. But either way, let me know what you guys think. Let me know if you're interested in this kind of sort of vloggy setup of video style that I do instead of like information blast at you guys. And drop me a line in the comments. Anyways, I'll see you in the next one. Yeah. Amazing.